According to the SaaS marketing agency Madx Digital, the average conversion rate for a SaaS company from website to free sign-up is about 2 to 5%, and some of the top SaaS companies have a conversion rate of about 10%. Now, in recent years, there's been an increase in the amount of SaaS companies embracing product-led growth strategies, and for that reason, copywriting is important now more than it ever has been. Some of the factors that make good SaaS copywriting are also the factors that make good copywriting in general. So for SaaS companies to stand out in a crowded marketplace, you really need to have the customer pain points down, you need to have their unique selling value propositions nailed, and you also need to have their tone of voice really well established as well. Hi, I'm Jamie from Brand New Copy, and in this video I'm going to talk you through some of the factors that make good SaaS copywriting. It's one thing guessing what your customers' pain points might be, and it's another to speak to them directly and get to the core of how they're actually feeling. A good copywriter will take the time to interview your customers and get to know what their frustrations are and what they'd be looking for in a product or service that would help resolve the issues that they're having. Another good way of identifying your customer pain points is to look at reviews of your own product on third-party websites, where people are more likely to be honest. You can also look at competing products as well and take note of what issues your customers were having before they started using the product and what specifically it was that helped them resolve the issues that they were having. One SaaS company that addresses its customers' pain points really well is Meistertask, or it could be pronounced Meistertask. By asking a simple question in the Stand First section of its homepage, the copy really grabs the reader's attention and it gains their trust. It asks the question, let down by tools that talk about value but leave you with a check. This really builds empathy because it shows that the company understands the reader's frustrations. It also suggests that the product's price point is more reasonable than the competition, and in turn, that encourages the reader to sign up for a free trial. It's true that benefits sell more effectively than features, but in the crowded SaaS marketplace, where there's a lot of similar products, the benefits tend to be quite similar as well. So for that reason, it's important to draw attention to the features. One feature on its own could be the driving factor that encourages a customer to sign up for a free trial. So good SaaS copywriting will draw attention to the features as much as it does to the benefits. Rather than just having the features listed in bullet points on a landing page, it's important that they are placed in more of a central position. Here's an example of this in action on TravelPerk's homepage. Rather than simply making a list of the product's features, the company expands on each one individually. It uses graphic elements to demonstrate the features in action, and it makes use of numbers and statistics to reinforce their value as well. And this section is placed towards the top half of the landing page on TravelPerk's website as well. So it shows that the company are drawing attention to their features as much as they are their benefits. A unique selling proposition differentiates a product or a service from its competitors. It focuses on the things that make it different, whereas a unique value proposition, or a UVP, explains what a product does and how it does it. It basically explains the value of the product. Now, for a SaaS landing page to be effective, it needs to have both USPs and a UVP as well. And what you'll find with SaaS companies is that they usually put their unique selling propositions front and center in their website, usually up at the hero section. It makes more sense to have a USP placed first, simply because when a customer lands on your website, they already know what the product or service does, or at least they've got a general idea. So they're more inclined to be persuaded by something that makes the product or service different. and then you usually find that the unique value proposition is placed further down the page. Here's an example of a USP being used as a landing page headline. So this is for a cloud management company called Box, and in 4 words they explain what makes their product different from others. It offers simplicity. Like we said earlier, typically unique value propositions are found further down a landing page. It reinforces the product's positioning in the marketplace, and it drives home its value. Here's another example from software company Intuit. So this UVP explains what the platform does. So it helps you achieve financial confidence, and it explains how it does it as well. In other words, by accessing TurboTax, Credit Karma, Mint, QuickBooks and MailChimp. So the proposition in this case is placed about halfway down the landing page again, and it explains the platform's value in one sentence. Numbers and statistics are a great way to quantify the value of a product or service. If you can include internal testing data in your landing page, things that maybe say like 50% improvement in productivity, that can be really persuasive to a customer to then sign up to try it for themselves. Or better still, ask your customers to quantify the value they've had from using your product. If they can give you data, then by all means use it in your landing page alongside a quote. Social proof is one of the most influential factors that can drive sign-ups. One company that uses data to demonstrate value is DocuSign. By using real customer insights to quantify the value of the product, DocuSign creates a compelling sales message that builds trust. Just because your products and services are technical, it doesn't mean that the language that you use in your website needs to be technical as well. People aren't used to reading a lot of jargon and technical terms, so it makes more sense to speak as if you're speaking to a person, using human language that builds empathy and helps gain their trust. Tone of voice is also really important as well. Even if you operate in like a business-to-business transaction, then you're still talking to humans at the end of the day. So you need to be friendly, approachable, and even if your product is sort of complex and technical, you can still have a bit of personality in there as well. Something that differentiates you from your competitors. One SaaS company that nails its tone of voice is Evernote. Unlike other productivity apps, Evernote embraces the lighter side of organisation. It's conversational, friendly, has quite an aspirational tone of voice, which really stands out in the SaaS marketplace. And it provides the reader with reassurance that their product can help improve your productivity. By using short, concise sentences, contractions, and quick-fire questions as well, the company understands how copywriting can be used to inform tone of voice and increase brand awareness. According to FastSpring, 74% of SaaS companies have FAQs on their landing page. Now, FAQs are good for addressing customer objections, for addressing pre-purchase questions. For example, if you have a product that's more expensive than the competition, then you can use the FAQ section as a way to highlight your pricing plans. FAQs can also be a valuable educational resource as well. They can add value to a landing page and just help drive conversions. One company that uses FAQs effectively is digital commerce company Bolt. In these FAQs, Bolt cleverly uses questions to demonstrate its value and to highlight its unique features. For example, by mentioning its 74% lift in conversion, the company uses data to create a loaded question, and this entices the reader to learn more about its one-click checkout feature. Likewise, by asking how much faster its checkout system is, it invariably highlights one of its USPs. So to wrap up, copywriting is playing an increasingly important role in the SaaS marketplace, especially as companies start to embrace product-led growth strategies. It bridges a gap between the minds of your customers and the technical details of your product. Good copywriting, it can identify your customers' pain points, it can nail your tone of voice, it can develop your unique selling propositions, and all these things ultimately improve your conversion rates. Thanks for watching this video. If you found it useful, then please subscribe and be sure to check out the other videos in the channel as well.